Oh no, no light. It's on. Oh, hello everybody. Oh no, don't say something. Oh, okay. Jeff is not here. Oh, Dave is here. Deb is here. Deb, I reckon, you know what? This hat has to go back on. Look at that hair. It's ridiculous. I recognize Deb. I saw pictures of Deb from the park. Deb Klecker, our Milwaukee born and bred. All right. Can anyone hear me now? I hope so. Let's see. Oh, hello. Hi, Deb. How are you doing? Yes. Not me says you can hear me. All right. Awesome. Let's just launch right into the puzzle explanations, and then we'll get to all the folks in the chat. Congratulations, Deb Klecker. Let me see if, you know what, let's read off the winners in Milwaukee first. Let's read them off. It's Bob Harmon and Zachary Blevins coming in clutch for the Incredibles. And once again, what a team the Incredibles are. Great solvers who find great finders, and they did it again. However, we also had Lisa and Tessa from the Z team. They were local finders from Milwaukee who teamed up with the Z team just minutes late. Then we had Brian, random Brian, folks, almost with the major upset today, finished in third place. He is from North Chicago, teamed up with a team in Cincinnati, so completely off the board and unknown, and almost came in with the win in Milwaukee. We had Dan from Good Company. Is it Dan? Dan, Debbie, and Derek. They should be called 3D, but they're not. They were in chat last night, and I sent good vibes out to them. Fourth place. Not bad when you've got over 7,000 players and a lot of powerhouse teams in front of you. Who else is here? Team Good Company Rules says Candy Putman. Exactly. Then Deb Klecker, who's in the house right now, she is in chat, and she finished in fifth place. Team Integrity. Team 216, Jason, Mondi, Jess, and Mandy. And then the greatest name in the great U.S. treasure hunt history, Jen and Eric, finished in seventh place. And yes, their team name, Generic. Generic. What a fantastic name. Now, let's go into an explanation of the puzzles. We all wanted to see it. And if I had the document up, we would all be looking at it. Well, we wouldn't all be looking at it. I would be looking at it right now. Here we go. All righty. Puzzle explanations. Here we go. Puzzle number one was called Must Be 18 to Win. It was a 6-line poem with 18 syllables in each line. Did you count? I know you did. That's why it was called Must Be 18 to Win. And it was a bunch of winners. It was a tribute to the winners of the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. We had Tony Nicer and Rory, and everyone else was mentioned in the Must Be 18 to Win puzzle, but it did not help you at all in finding a solution or a location. Puzzle number two is a word search. It actually was pretty helpful. If you've eliminated all the letters in the word search, the letters that were left over, starting from the lower right and going backwards and moving up the puzzle, so just the opposite of what you would start. You would start the upper left and read to the right. Instead, you started in the lower right and read to the left and go up. Basically just the opposite of what you would do. And you would come up with the words rill, step, sward, not sword, sward, S-W-A-R-D, value and decline. Step means step, but everything else is a synonym. Rill, R-I-L-L. You'd have to look it up because I had to look it up. It is a synonym for brook. Sward is a synonym for field, Brookfield. Value is worth, decline is slide. Brookfield, worth, slide, and step. That puzzle could possibly get you to Worth Park at a slide at a bottom step in Brookfield. All right. Puzzle 3 was, it was the text message. Yes, the text message where two girls are texting back and forth. Significantly, the only two capital letters in that puzzle are BF. Does not stand for boyfriend. It stands for Brookfield. So if you noticed that in that puzzle there were only two capital letters, BF should have pointed to Brookfield. You then also had one phrase repeated twice, FWIW. FWIW in short text speak is for what it's worth. That's right. It's a reference to Worth Park. We had the first step was mentioned and also slid into my DMs. The first step of the slide at Worth Park in Brookfield is indeed where the coin was found. So this puzzle could have given you the exact location. Puzzle 4 was a cryptogram, and if you figured it out, congratulations. There are online cryptogram solvers which had a very tough time figuring this out because one, worth is in the cryptogram, but it's not spelled with an O, it's spelled with an I. So online cryptograms don't like that. Also, we used E for E. Most of the time in a cryptogram, you don't use the letter for the letter that it actually is. In this one, we did. And then we split Brook and Field. Why? Because if you saw 10 letters in a cryptogram and you knew cities around Milwaukee, you would quickly see that there's a double letter and that that should be Brookfield. So we split it into two words, Brook and Field, and it ended up, the words were, what were the words? Worth Park slide, bottom step, Brookfield. That gives it to you. Brookfield, Worth Park, slide, bottom step, and that is indeed where it was. And then we had puzzle number 5. Puzzle number 5 was one of those quote falls. You had to plug in the letters, and it said somewhere north of Wind Lake, south of Willow Spring, east of Waukesha, and west of Wauwatosa is a park with a valued coin. There's the word value again, indicating worth. We used it last week when we had doghouse value instead of kennel worth. So we did value again. Hidden under a playscape step. So basically you couldn't probably get the location from this one because it's really a stretch to figure out worth from value. It's possible though, maybe, but you did know that it was the bottom of a playscape step if you solved this one. So it was a confirmer for some of the other puzzles. And yeah, so that was puzzle 5, and there we go. We've got all the puzzles. I have that in a video in a much shorter version, 3.5 minutes. But did my computer allow me to upload it? It did not. It let me edit the thing. It let me create it. It let me record it. But when it came time to share, it once again said, oh my God, there's not enough memory in me. So I am trying to figure out how to back this thing down to its factory specifications, take everything off the Mac, put everything on the hard drive that we bought, and hopefully get back to where we can share videos tonight, because the video is done, but you just saw it. It was the whole, we explained everything there. I want to thank everyone who played from Milwaukee, everyone who registered at the last minute. I think we had 300 or 400 folks from Milwaukee, even though it wasn't on the news. It was a news blurb on one of the stations, only on their, I don't say Facebook page, only on their online website, but it wasn't on the air. So we still got 300 or 400 folks who saw it there, wanted to play, did play, and many of them showed up in the park. Jeff Kessler was in the park, and he handed out all the goodies, and Darth Ravenous the cat wants to make an appearance, but he can't. All right. What do we got? Oh, look at it. Okay, let's see. Nemo says, hi, Dave. Candy Putman says we're close. Indeed you were. Team Good Company rules. Indeed they do. Bradley says, great job, everyone. Indeed, great job. Thank you very much. What is the plan for the great U.S. treasure hunt from here? Asks Nemo. We believe we have numbers put together that prove that this thing will work on television. My computer may not be able to work to get a 7-minute YouTube show done, but you throw us some money, we're going to be able to do a great TV show for you. We can deliver winners on the same day. We can also make clues and puzzles that take much longer to solve. We did a book about 1.5 years ago, and we put some stuff in there that made it really tough to decode. Obviously, you want winners on the same day. There's Darth. There he is. He's right there. Darth Ravenous sneaking around. So you want winners on the same day. We can make it work. And the numbers from Asheville were spectacular. Not that the numbers weren't good from other cities, but Asheville did a great story. One station in Asheville covered us, WLOS, and we had 1.3% of all households in Asheville register for the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. And we know that it was 1.3% of the households, and it was based on that story because we can see a spike in the number of registrations. As soon as a story goes on the air, boom, there's a spike. And so we can identify that those numbers came from there. So what's 1.3% of all households, or what's 1.3% of the population? If you were saying it was the United States, that would be, I can't do the math in my head. I can't do it. Let's say there's 330 million people in the United States. 1.3% of that is, somebody help me in chat. What's 1.3% of 330? 4.3 million? 9,903 or 3, and there's another 3 there. 4.3 million, something like that. Anyway, it's a lot. And that's on one story. If this were on Fox or CBS or NBC or any network at all, as soon as they put it on the schedule, it'll get 25 million registered. It wouldn't be 3 or 4 million. It'd be 20, 30, 40 million. And we know that because it happened in Vegas, it happened in Asheville, and it happened in Austin. Every time there was media coverage, the number of registrations were off the charts. If there was no media coverage, then it wasn't off the charts. It was very clearly on the charts. But if it were on any network at all, people want to play, people want to win money. We had these numbers for folks to win $1,000. If this were on television, our pitch is 50 states, 50 coins, 50 clues, $1 million. That would be $20,000 per state. Now, if people are going to sign up for $1,000, they're certainly going to sign up and play for $20,000. And sponsored by Ford, sponsored by Hilton, sponsored by someone that can afford $1 million. Of course, it would be much more than $1 million because the sponsor has to pay for that. And Dave wouldn't be sending out any emails. It would all the emails would be handled by the sponsor. You would gladly go to Ford.com/treasure hunt, type in your name and address and your phone number and your email. You register with Ford, and then every week Ford sends you emails, and you're going to go out there to literally every state. You're going to team up. You're going to partner with people all over. I know you're going to do it because you just did it for 6 weeks. We had people from the local area playing. We had people who were teams playing. It was a great success. So now we're going to take this package with these numbers, and if I can get the show edited, we're going to edit together a show. But the main thing is the numbers. We've proven that that we can do the hunt, and the next step then is to take it to a network, to a production company, or then to a network. And we do have past connections. So hopefully, fingers crossed, something will happen very quickly because we've got some really exciting numbers, just fantastic. And that's thanks to you guys. Some of you are dedicated treasure hunters that have been in on every stream and bought the book way back in the day, over 1.5 years ago now, coming up on 2 years ago. And then some of you are just what I didn't derisively, but I called you normies. Normies Folks who've never played a treasure hunt before may not necessarily think that they can even solve puzzles. And then when they see the stupid puzzles that we come up with, they're like, oh yeah, we could definitely solve that puzzle. So accessible puzzles, puzzles that are solvable, things that if you're lucky enough to solve it and you're within an hour, within 30 minutes, within 20 minutes from the location, it can work as a nationwide hunt. Now, you won't know the cities if this ever gets to television. It's just going to be a state, and you won't even know which puzzle refers to which state. In the first week, the show comes out, you've registered, you get your 10 puzzles from Ford, from Hilton, from Target, from whoever the major sponsor is. Is it Coca-Cola? Could be. You get you get those 10 puzzles. And of course, there's a code in there for Ford's latest financing program, or they're going to tell you about how the probe can back itself up out of a parking space now. Great. I'm just going to read the puzzles. Thank you very much, Ford. And then you've got these 10 puzzles that don't have titles. Well, they might have titles, but you won't know if puzzle number 1 is for Maine or North Carolina or California or Nevada. You won't know other than it's any of the 50 states. And as the show goes on, as week after week happens, and we start filling the map in on the show, you'll know that, okay, well, we just got North Carolina, Idaho, Iowa. If you live in Florida and Florida's not gotten yet, are you watching the show? Are you playing the game? Absolutely you are. And all you got to do is solve a thing. You don't even have to be the person that goes there. So if you're living in Florida and you're a great puzzle solver, or even a good puzzle solver, you might solve the thing for Idaho and end up winning the lion's share from Idaho. So there's no reason to stop watching the show. You watch it right up to the end. There's always a puzzle that you can solve, someone that you can team up with and go out and win your share of the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. So that's the next step. Can we get a believer? We need one believer at one place, either a production company or a network, and we're off and running. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If this type of show, and let's call it this show, not even a type of show, don't let anyone else in on this. It's going to be our show. If this show gets on the air, it'll run for 20 years. What's to keep it from going for 20 years? It gets on, it'll be a hit, it'll run for 20 years. Long after I'm dead because of the heart condition. All right, what's next? Playscape was on a sign at Worth Park, confirming the location. Plus, it is a Playscape. Candy Putman says, you rock. Thanks for the fun. Yes, I do. You're welcome. More hunts coming up. Let's hope that the next hunt is on television. Debbie says, thank you. It was fun. Very nice meeting other hunters and meeting Jeff. So Debbie was one of the, let's see. Debbie was one of the groups from Dan, Debbie, and Derek. Should have been called 3D, but they were the good company. Deb, B, and Deb. Popular name in the upper Midwest, Debbie. What else? Love boots on the ground. Deb was there in her Ford pickup. Of course she was. Will there be red herrings in the nationwide hunt? Nemo. No, we've got a booklet this thick of locations and clues. When the puzzles come out, if 10 puzzles come out, they are 10 solutions. When you solve those puzzles, each one is a specific solution. There is no red herring. Now, people can talk themselves into red herrings all day. They can swear up and down, this location is definitely this thing because I see all of these things. It's confirmation bias. They did not solve the puzzle. They wanted it to be in a place. And so they crammed this puzzle into their solution. You've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. If you follow any other treasure hunts or treasure hunting type of things, you see that happen all the time. People want it to be in a place, and so they force a solution. But all of our puzzles are solvable in one way only. There's no ambiguity, and there's many, many different types of puzzles. We saw 29 different puzzles for the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt, and I think we only used maybe 13 or 14 different types of clues. We did use Polybius. We used word search. We used poems. We used a lot of stuff. What's that noise? Oh, cat's moving something around. The cat is playing with something. Cat is definitely playing with like a foil ball or something like that, making noise off. You can't hear it. I can hear it, though. So anyway, Whole bunch of puzzles, 50 different puzzles. I want to say there's 33 or 34 different types of puzzles, all unique solutions, no red herrings. You will not be going out to the wrong location unless that's on you, unless you absolutely decide that a particular location is the thing and you go there and it's not there. That's not on us. That's on your own confirmation bias. That's just because you wanted it to be in Miles Square Park again, which we've burned it. It never will be in Miles Park. That's a bummer because that was one of our bonus locations, and that square root of pi, or that square root of that big number ending up being a mile square, burned. Can't use it. That was one of our bonus puzzles, so we can't do it. The Worth Park puzzle is not, well, no, we did not use the one for Wisconsin. I think 3 of our 6 were puzzles that we've burned now and we can't use in the show, and we'll have to come up with 3 more puzzles. All right, what's next? Did anyone find the cask while they were coin searching? Yes, they're looking for the secret cask, which apparently is supposed to be in Milwaukee, probably by the Lion, but apparently the Lions in that Milwaukee park, at some point there was a bridge nearby and a semi-truck hit it or something like that, and the bridge was destroyed and they had to rebuild everything, and that whole area was dug up, and you will probably never find the secret cask that is in the Milwaukee location, because it most likely was by that lion head, but the whole area was destroyed, dug up, etc., some years ago, and so you're probably not going to find it. You will find every coin in the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. If something gets destroyed, like the giant metal slide in Kenilworth Park, we're just going to have to rehide something. But what are the odds of one of our giant metal slides going missing for the TV show? Very slim, very slim. All right, what's next? This is going to be it. There was Derek, Candy, Misty, Panda, Steve, Dan, Packer Jack, Corinne, Lex, Jim, and Josh. Everyone gets a little love in good company. Holy mackerel, that's a huge team. Amazing. I saw that lion, Grr. Well, it's a stone lion, so you couldn't have seen it, Grr. Next up, we should sell commemorative coins. But that is one of the merch ideas that we do have in the pitch for the TV show. We're not going to make a bunch of coins, but that is a sort of thing that you could sell as merch. You could do a sleeve of 50 commemorative Great U.S. Treasure Hunt coins with Great U.S. Treasure Hunt on one side and the state listed on the back. So Ford, Hilton, Target, Coca-Cola, Nike, whoever sponsors that, they can set up their metal stamping press and sell coin merch. And then, you hide them for the kids. You make it a whole family thing. You hide your own coins. Would be fantastic to see that happen. What's next? Milwaukee, not Lake Park. The place has been dug, LiDAR probed, etc. The lamp post G is everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the Milwaukee location stuff. All right. We might have that video working out for you tonight. If I can clear my memory cache, if I can throw everything off my computer and put it over on the hard drive, which I thought I had done, we'll get that shared up to YouTube. And we've still got all of our interviews. Chrissy Mayer has interviewed everyone but the winner today, and she will interview that person. Now, here's the problem. Am I going to be able to edit it? Let's hope so, because if I can't edit a 3.5-minute video, I sure can't edit an 8-minute video. We may only end up with one video, the interview of Chrissy by the interview of Tony Nicer by Chrissy, and I think that was 11 minutes. So we'll be able to do it. We're going to clear everything out. We're going to get this Mac back in shape, and we're going to get all our shows to you. And once those shows get posted, we'll send emails out. Hey, everybody should take a look at this. And then it'll probably be the last time we bug you via email. So thanks a lot, everyone, for playing. It's been a fantastic run. You guys were great. Don't know what to say other than it's incredible. Now, Kessler's on vacation. He's gonna take a couple weeks off. He's gonna go ice fishing because I think it snows this week in Wisconsin. The snow is due there any day. He's going to hang out with family up there and fish and eat bratwurst and cheese curd and, you know, all the stuff that they do up there in Wisconsin. Wurst and brats and all that kind of stuff. So he'll take 2 weeks off. Now, Chrissy Mayer, our host of the show, The Great U.S. Treasure Hunt, and I promise we're gonna do all that. She's in Austin, Texas on September 8th at Cap City Comedy Club. So if you are near Austin, Texas on September 8th, Cap City Comedy Club, Chrissy Mayer will be there, and maybe we'll be there too. Certainly not on stage or anything, just watching from the audience. If we can get the freebie, if we can somehow manage to get free tickets, then we'll go see Chrissy. If we got to pay to get in, I'm not so sure about that. I have to find a back door somewhere. All righty, thank you very much, everyone. Let's peek in real quick. One big nationwide hunt for the 50 winners. LOL, have him hooked on the group hunts. We have Lord Steve in, very cool. Check with Legion M in Los Angeles, looking for Legion M in Los Angeles. All right, Legion M. Send me an email if you have a connection to Legion M, and it can be like a handshake thing. Hey, you introduced me, and things happen. We'll like I said, we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. Yes, we do have. We got a lot of stuff planned for the show. It's not just 50 states. There's bonus locations, and then there are also not a playoff situation, but there is a big hunt at the very end. If the network guy says, "Kid, you know what? We need another episode. We need something big. We need something huge. You have it for us? We need a 14th episode." Yes, I have a 14th episode in mind. All you got to do is pay us some extra money, and then I will reveal what the 14th episode will be, and it will be bigger than all the previous weeks. We thought of everything except how to unblock this Mac so that we can do all the editing we need to do. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Try to get everything done that needs to be done. Kessler's on vacation. He won't meet Chrissy Mayer. I will, but Kessler, no, he's going to be ice fishing. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I saw a lion in a different park. It was lions would be friendly to me. That's all I'm going to say. Lions would be friendly to me. Thank you very much, guys, for hanging in here this long as I've been babbling about basically not wanting to end the stream. But again, I'm going to hit the click on the button that says end stream. That way I'm going to end the stream. And hopefully I'll have the much shorter puzzle solution explanation on YouTube. And very quickly, we'll have all of our interviews with all of our winners. And again, thanks everyone. If you have ideas for the television show, if your uncle is the head of CBS programming, the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt at gmail.com is where you should contact us. Your uncle, your nephew, your cousin, your mom, your mother-in-law, your mom's hairdresser's boyfriend, anyone, connected like that, the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt at gmail.com. We're not too proud to beg. We want connections from anyone. The connection could be, who knows, from a friend of a friend of a friend. You meet that person, and they're the person that loves the idea. And suddenly, the show's on the air. And like I said, for 20 years. Dave's long dead. The show is still running. All right. See you guys later. Have a good night. And maybe we'll be back on a network. Maybe we'll be back on YouTube. God, I hope not. And we'll see you later, guys.